I just spent all morning hanging out with a neighbor. She gave me kind of a tour of all of her gardens and her greenhouses, and then we planted potatoes together. She showed me her method of working the soil, getting it prepped, planting, and then how she mulches to retain moisture and everything. And I probably spent the majority of that time just asking her questions. I used to help my mom and dad garden. Granted, this was in the Midwest. Very, very, very different climate than here. Typically that help was because it was like on my chore list, not because it was something I was necessarily passionate about doing. I would like pick potato bugs and pull weeds. Okay, now things feel a little different because I'm really excited to grow my own food. So I left with a bag of fresh greens and herbs. She had started a few varieties, and she gifted me some plant starts for my very own garden that I do not have yet. These potatoes are a bit oversprouted, but they'll be great. So I have a bunch of potatoes, both purple and white. 6 peppers. These are sweet jalapeno peppers. Georgia cabbage collard greens. Broccoli rabe, some bok choy, and then this is Tokyo collard greens. I have a great idea of when I can plant them, and the seeds that I gathered from her, this is still a great time to plant them. I am most excited about sugar snap peas though. I can't stop smiling. I'm just so grateful. I'm so happy that people are willing to share their knowledge around here. And you might be thinking, Linnea, this is all fine and dandy, but you don't have any garden beds, and you're right, I don't. So that is going to be this week's project, among the other 10 projects I have going on. But this is what I love. I love learning things and doing things, and I just really hope I don't kill everything. This is a crock pot liner. This is my first time in my life using a crock pot liner because I think that they're a waste. Am I using a liner because I did not wash my crock pot the last time I used it? Yes. Leave me alone. There are way more fun things to do in my life than to clean a crusty crock pot. Okay. Also, I'll make sure to put this recipe in next month's newsletter. This is fresh parsley and chives, and I am using everything, including the flour, because this is all just so delicious. Stems, flour, all of it. Good morning. It's a very dreary, kind of rainy morning. I just want to light a candle. A rainy morning calls for a cozy candle. I was a little bit nervous about my little plants because my van isn't temperature controlled. So last night was probably the coldest that they've been since I took them from their mom. I'm also hoping to do some research this morning about the difference between raised beds and planting directly into the ground, just to get a good idea of what I want to try. I think this year is going to be quite an experiment. But before anything, I'm going to start my morning with AG1. So I want to give a special thanks to AG1 for supporting my channel and for sponsoring this very exciting video. Mornings are my absolute favorite time of day, and every morning before my coffee, I drink 1 scoop of AG1. A few things right off the bat that I love about AG1. It allows me to get some really proper hydration before my coffee and breakfast. Also in this 1 scoop, I am getting 75 vitamins and minerals and whole food source nutrients. It's just a really solid way to start my morning. I've been drinking AG1 for multiple years now, and over the course of the past like 5 years or so, I've been seeing an increase in like nutritional type drinks. And I want to tell you why I trust AG1. You might not know this, but most supplement companies rely on third-party ingredient research to validate their claims. But something really special about AG1 is that they've conducted not 1 or 2, but 3 research studies. Their in-house research team worked with independent scientists and labs. One example of this research study is that 80% of participants noticed less gas and bloating after 30 days. As you have seen, I am either constantly traveling, exploring new areas, adventuring, or putting a lot of projects on my plate. Feeling really good and being healthy is really important to me, especially to maintain the energy to continue this lifestyle for years to come. Another really neat finding in a research study is that over 90% of participants felt more energy after 30 days. So I want to encourage you to head to the link in the description below or scan this QR code on the screen to get a 1-year supply of vitamin D3, K2, and 5 travel packets for free with your first subscription. And hopefully in like 2 to 3 months, I can drink my AG1 and then make a breakfast with my homegrown veggies. But first the sun needs to come out so I can actually do some good work out there. Well, I have a really great start, I think, for what I need. Good boy, Kobach. Oh, that's a good roll. You're like a little chicken. You just need a dust bath. Alright, I cut a little box down to fit both of them in. Yay! Oh man, okay. So James has a really large piece of wood. It's just a big piece of scrap wood and it's warped. What time is it? It's 3 o'clock. Feels like 7. What do you think about like 2 beds like that size, Kiva? Do you like that? Hi, Suka! Hello! Hello! Hi! Hi! Hi!
Where do you want to cut it?
Right here. Thank you.
That went fast.
Yeah. A lot
So what are
faster.
you going to cut? How are you going to do this?
Shit. Oh no. Why do I keep doing that? My house is a mess, but the burritos are done. Okay.
Four feet on the stripes, and the elephant on highway. Out there in the open, just a wishing and a hoping. I could smell the pine, and I lay in the doorway.
This turned out so good. Well, Chris is back, so his bus is parked behind my van. He got it down to the property well, but this is nice because now he can watch Aquila, because it's kind of the hottest part of the day right now, and I'm gonna head over and finish milling wood for these raised garden beds. And then there is a small little garden center. But the garden center is only open like 2, I think, days a week. Today is one of them. I can't believe I'm gonna have a garden! Good morning.
Hey!
Those?
The ones on this side.
Those?
See the ones that are stacked up on this side of that dim.
Doreen sent me home with some of their fresh garden tomatoes. These are so beautiful. They don't get more perfect than this. I bought a pitchfork because my plans for the garden have evolved. Are you surprised? So yeah.
Take me to the ruins, aquifers and springs. Baby,
babe.
I know.
How's it feel?
So cool. So exciting.
Teach me tiger law. Read to me a poem. Sing to you a song. Drunk in my devotion. Laid out on your chest. Student of abandon. With you I am blessed. All at once in a dream, we are together. You could call it a vision or a tether. All at once I can see it put back together.
I just put this wood here so that maybe Akila can like see the difference of being in the square and out of the square. I picked up more supplies today. I'm gonna plant a little bit more. I still don't have access to a ton of water, so I can't go overboard. But I'm planting sugar snap peas today, and that is like my favorite thing in the whole world, so I'm really excited about it. No, out, get out, out. Good girl. Good job. No, out, out. Nope, out. God dang it. Hi, baby. Hi. Nope. Right over here. Come here. Come here. No, no, no. Come right over. Good girl. Yes. Good job. Good job.
I'd like to read to you one of my favorite chapters that comes after the telling of the native creation story of Sky Woman, from the author of Braiding Sweetgrass, Robin Wall Kimmerer.
What are you doing? Oh, good job staying out of the garden. You stay out of that garden. Good girl. Hi.
In the Western tradition, there is a recognized hierarchy of beings, with, of course, the human being on top, the pinnacle of evolution, the darling of creation, and the plants at the bottom. But in native ways of knowing, human people are often referred to as the younger brothers of creation. We say that humans have the least experience with how to live and thus the most to learn. We must look to our teachers among the other species for guidance. Their wisdom is apparent in the way that they live. They teach us by example. They've been on the earth for far longer than we have been and have had time to figure things out. They live both above and below ground, joining Sky World to the earth. Plants know how to make food and medicine from light and water, and then they give it away. I'd like to imagine that when Sky Woman scattered her handful of seeds across Turtle Island, she was sowing sustenance for the body and also for the mind, emotion, and spirit. She was leaving us teachers. The plants can tell us her story. We need to learn to listen.
These are rainbow carrot seeds that my neighbor Lynn harvested from her last year's harvest. All right, I have one more section of the garden, not including the raised beds that I still want to build, but I have two different beans here. I have Scarlet Runner, which is so beautiful, and I'm so excited. This is more of like a dried bean, and it has this really beautiful bright purple pattern on it. I'm so excited to plant this, but Scarlet Runners, I learned, are not cold tolerant. Also, they love to climb and run. So I'm going to plant my Scarlet Runners a little bit later because the potential for the evenings, you know, they can still get pretty cold. But then for like a fresh like snap bean, I'm going to plant Providers, and these are cold tolerant. So these can go in the ground right now, and these are more of like a low growing, what do they call it? Maybe like a bush bean. They don't have to climb. I don't have to stake them or have anything for them to climb on. Chris and I love making dilly beans, so it would be amazing to have a bunch of these. I'm a big like green bean gal. So I think I'm gonna plant the rest of this in Providers. Yay! Sugar snap peas. This whole section will be sugar snap peas. When they start coming up, I'll build a little trellis for them.
Okay.
Then I have a little section of marigolds right here.
Okay.
They're good for pest control. These are 3 pepper plants.
Nice.
All of this is lettuce. This is all carrots. And then over here, potato patch. And then next to the potato patch, I'm pretty sure I did like a big chunk of marigolds. I put one of each that I had. So I'm gonna put the other one in the raised beds and just like compare how they do raised versus here. But look at how good they're already doing. This entire thing, I planted all of the Provider beans that she gave me. And then I did a little bit more dandelion over here.
Nice.
Yeah,
It's been so great.
I know.
What happened? Can I get your popcorn?
Make sure to join us next week where I will give you an update on our little thriving desert garden. Thanks for being here, everybody.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.